जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा
श्री चैतन्य भागवत की जय। श्रील वृंदावन दास ठाकुर की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antya Khanda, chapter 8, Jala Kridadi Varnana. So, yeah. So we read in the last chapter that Sri Nityananda Prabhu decided to go and see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was preaching in Bengal, and he wanted to go back. So he went and met with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Puri. We saw that. Um, and it was basically the last three chapters were glorification of Nityananda Prabhu. So then we read about Gadadhar Pandit in Puri, in Tota Gopinath. Mahaprabhu would go there and he would hear Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit every day. Also, we saw the meeting of Nityananda Prabhu, Gadadhar Pandit, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nityananda Prabhu uh, had brought fine rice from Bengal, and Gadadhar Pandit prepared, he just picked some imli leaves, tamarind leaves from the tree, and prepared like a sabji with tamarind leaves and that rice. That's all he offered to the deity. And then all of a sudden Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived there, and the three of them sat down and enjoyed that prasad. So now the next chapter, chapter 8. So now Mahaprabhu is in Puri, Nityananda Prabhu is also in Puri. Of course, Gadadhar Pandit took Kshetra Sannyas, so he's in Puri anyway. Description of water pastimes and other pastimes. Glory, glory to Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Second, just making the font bigger. Glory, glory to Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Glory, glory to Lord Nityananda, the glory and fortune of the three worlds. Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya and his devotees. Anyone who hears these descriptions of Lord Chaitanya will attain pure devotional service. Now please hear how Advaita Acharya and all the devotees came to Jagannath Puri. So we heard how Nityananda Prabhu is there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there, Gadadhar Pandit is there. Now please hear how Advaita Acharya and all the devotees came to Jagannath Puri. When the time of Rath Yatra came, all the devotees came to Jagannath Puri. By Lord Chaitanya's order, they came every year to see Rath Yatra. Placing Advaita Acharya in front, they all came to Jagannath Puri. Saintly Srivas Pandit, at whose home Lord Chaitanya had enjoyed so many pastimes, also came. I was just thinking, there's, Panchatattva. So four of them are there. What about Srivas Pandit? So Srivas Pandit also came. So Advaita Acharya and Srivas Pandit came for Rath Yatra. They didn't live in Jagannath Puri. Of course, Nityananda Prabhu is he's traveling. So he goes. So saintly Srivas Pandit, at whose home Lord Chaitanya had enjoyed so many pastimes, also came. Acharya Ratna and Sri Chandrasekhar. Okay. Acharya Ratna and Sri Chandrasekhar, not and, it should be or. Acharya Ratna or Sri Chandrasekhar. Okay, it's the same person. That's what is Chaitanya Mat now. It's called Sri Chandrasekhar Acharya's home or Acharya Ratna. Uh, that is where Mahaprabhu performed drama. He became Rukmini Devi. And so he would perform pastimes primarily in Srivas Thakur, Srivas Angan, and sometimes in Chandrasekhar Acharya's home. So they're, you know, kind of nearby, not really close, but kind of nearby. So, um, so Acharya Ratna or Sri Chandrasekhar also came, at whose home Lord Chaitanya danced in the ecstasy of Goddess Lakshmi. He also came. Who's Gangadas Pandit? The teacher of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gangadas Pandit, the memory of whom breaks the bonds of karma, also came. Pundarik Vidyanidhi, of course, you all know Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Uh, he is actually in the spiritual world, Vrishabhanu Maharaj. Pundarik Vidyanidhi, who wept when he thought of Lord Chaitanya, happily came. Pakreshwar Pandit, who danced in Lord Chaitanya's kirtan, happily came. Saintly Pradyumna Brahmachari, before whom it was said Lord Narsimha directly appeared, came. Pradyumna Brahmachari, before whom Lord Narsimha directly appeared, came. Haridas Thakur and the other Haridas, who lived by the seashore. Who is that? So Chota Haridas and Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur and the other Haridas, who lived by the seashore, happily came. Saintly Vasudev Datta, to whom Lord Krishna had sold himself, came. Vasudev Datta played, he is Prahlad Maharaj. He prayed that, let everyone go back and I'll stay here. Saintly Vasudev Datta, to whom Lord Krishna had sold himself, came. Like Rantidev, right? Rantidev also prayed in the same way. Accompanied by Shivananda Sen and many others, the Krishna singer Mukunda Datta came. Shivananda Sen, along with Shivananda Sen, Mukunda Datta and many others came. Govindananda, who is always overcome with ecstatic love, and the memory of whom purifies the 10 directions, came. Govinda Datta, who sang Kirtan before the Lord, happily came. So there's Vasudev Datta, Mukunda Datta, and Govinda Datta. Okay, Govinda Datta, who sang Kirtan before the Lord, happily came. The scribe Vijayadas, so we read about him also. The scribe, he had beautiful handwriting, and once after taking prasadam, they were all taking nap, and this Vijayadas, he just saw Mahaprabhu's hand, all decorated with jewels, just expanding like a big pillar. And then he was like, you know, he was in ecstasy. And then his hand covered his mouth, right? And Mahaprabhu said, he forbade him from saying anything about it. But he wanted to tell everyone, he couldn't tell. He just went, he was like a crazy person for the next 1 week. People thought, what happened to him? Looks like he saw something. So he just was like a dazed, like he appeared like a crazy person. He was lost for several days. So that is Vijaya. He had a beautiful handwriting, the scribe. The scribe Vijaya Das, whom Lord Chaitanya gave the name Ratnabahu, jewel hands, came. And the Lord manifested his jeweled hand to him. Pure-hearted Sadashiv Pandit, at whose home Lord Nityananda had stayed, came. So when we were reading about Nityananda Prabhu coming from Jagannath Puri to Bengal, we read about this. Nityananda Prabhu stayed in his house, Sadashiv Pandit. Purushottam Sanjay, who's Purushottam Sanjay? Mukunda Sanjay's son. Who's Mukunda Sanjay? So in his house, Mahaprabhu was teaching Mukunda Sanjay, and his son Purushottam Sanjay was also a student. Purushottam Sanjay, who had been Lord Chaitanya's foremost student, came with a happy heart. So these are all the devotees that came to the Rath Yatra in Puri. Shriman, so they're all from Navadvip. Shriman Pandit, Shriman, who's Shriman Pandit? The four brothers, Srivas, Sripati, Srinidhi, uh, Sriram, right? So Shriman Pandit, who carefully held a lamp when Lord Chaitanya danced at night, came chanting Hari. So Shriman is not one of the four brothers, sorry. So Shriman Pandit, Srivas, Sripati, Srinidhi, and Sriram. Yeah, they are the four brothers. So Shriman Pandit. So Shriman Pandit is one who used to hold a lamp at night for Mahaprabhu because they would do all night kirtan. They didn't have electricity. So they needed a lamp, an oil lamp or something all night when they were doing kirtan. Well, that never occurred to me. When they were doing all night kirtan, you know, because we are so conditioned to lights like this, electric lights. I always picture like, you know, lights around. But it was night, they did all night kirtan. And of course, it's a village setting. And there's just the moonlight on top. And one person was holding a lamp for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hmm. So it must have been something because now at least, now you can stay up all night because you have lights and everything. You don't see, mainly you need light. Whatever you want to do something, there has to be light. What to speak of holding a festival with so many people and there's no light, it's pitch dark. Well, they were doing Sankirtan, so they probably had like some oil lamps. Okay. So Shriman Pandit, who carefully held a lamp when Lord Chaitanya danced at night, came chanting Hari. Nandanacharya. Who's Nandanacharya? In whose home? It's the hiding place. Advaitacharya hid, Nityananda Prabhu hid, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hid. Nandanacharya's home is a hiding place. So when we do the Navadvip Parikrama or when we do the Panchakoshi Parikrama of Mayapur, then we go to Nandanacharya's home. Nandanacharya, to whose home Lord Nityananda went first, came with a happy heart. Shuklambar Brahmachari, so he is Sudama Vipra in Krishna Leela. So he would go begging door to door for some rice, and Mahaprabhu, and he would dance ecstatically in the kirtans in Shiva Sangan. And he would have his jhola, in which he would beg his grains, and he's dancing and dancing in kirtan, so his jhola would also be jumping. So Mahaprabhu once, he was very pleased with Shuklambar Brahmachari. He's dancing in ecstasy. So Mahaprabhu put his hand forcibly into the bag jhola of Shuklambar Brahmachari, took a, a morsel, a fistful of uncooked rice, and he just ate it. And then Shuklambar Brahmacharya, oh my God, I'm dead now, like that. So of course Mahaprabhu revealed. So that is Shuklambar Brahmachari. And also when Mahaprabhu came up, Shuklambar Brahmachari lived by the Ganga. His little hut was next to the Ganga. So Mahaprabhu, when he first came back uh, from where? Gaya. And he had this transformation, right? Of, his nature actually changed. He used to be a proud uh, student, not student, teacher, right? He would argue with everyone, debate with everyone. Now he became so humble, uh, Vaishnava, and he would be weeping in separation from Krishna. So when he came back, he called all the devotees to meet in Shuklambar Brahmachari's home. So they all first came, the first time, and he called everyone. That was in Shuklambar Brahmachari's home. Shuklambar Brahmachari, from whom Lord Chaitanya first begged alms, happily came. Also, one more pastime of Shuklambar Brahmachari. Mahaprabhu said, I want to eat, you cook something for me. I want to eat. And then he's thinking, you want me to cook? I'm so low, I'm so fallen, how will I cook? And then he went and asked the devotees, what should I do? So they instructed him that if he wants to eat, then you cannot refuse, you must cook for him. So I said, okay, you just pray to the Lord and without touching, you cook. Without touching the food, you cook. And he did that, praying to Krishna. And you can imagine he's just begging and he gets whatever little, and with that he cooks. And Mahaprabhu came and he made simple preparation, one rice and maybe one something else. And then Mahaprabhu came and he ate with great satisfaction because Mahaprabhu is tasting our devotion. Shuklambar Brahmachari. Then Lord Krishna's penniless servant Sridhar. Oh, this is Sridhar. Kolaveja Sridhar. Kolaveja. Lord Krishna's penniless servant Sridhar, from whose cup Lord Chaitanya drank water, came. So you remember this? When Mahaprabhu performed this non-cooperation movement against Chand Kazi. And then they went to Chand Kazi's house. And then from there, after having a dialogue with Chand Kazi and everything, they came to Kolavecha Sridhar's house. So there was a dented, broken iron pot. He was so poor, so poverty stricken, that he just had one pot and it was all dented iron pot. He used it to bathe, he used it to go to the toilet, he used it to drink, everything. He had just one pot. And it was kept outside his house with some little water, and from which he had drank from. Mahaprabhu came and drank from that pot. He's also, oh my God, I'm dead now, I'm dead now. You drank my water? Like that. So, Lord Krishna's penniless servant Sridhar, from whose cup Lord Chaitanya drank water, came. The scribe Bhagavan Pandit, in whose body Lord Krishna lived, came. So Bhagavan Pandit, we read about him. Mahaprabhu, I think it's Nityananda Prabhu. I'm kind of forgetting. Anyway, the scribe Bhagavan Pandit, in whose body Lord Krishna lived, came. Gopinath Pandit and Sri Garbha Pandit, who were certainly two forms of Lord Krishna, came. Saintly Vanamali Pandit, who saw Lord Balaram's golden club and plough, came. So Vanamali Pandit, he is the one, the marriage mediator. Saintly Vanamali Pandit, who saw Lord Balaram's golden club and plough, came. Jagadish Pandit and Hiranya Pandit, right? who were both wild by tasting the nectar of love for Lord Krishna, happily came. So in Mahaprabhu's childhood, he was saying he wanted to eat prasadam from their home, Jagadish Pandit and Hiranya Pandit. So they were neighbors of Jagannath Mishra. One Ekadasi, when he was a child, Lord Chaitanya begged and ate food at their home. Saintly Buddhimanta Khan, who's Buddhimanta Khan? Is the one who sponsored the wedding of Mahaprabhu with Vishnu Priya. All the expenses he was bearing. Saintly Buddhimanta Khan, who from his birth had always followed Lord Chaitanya's command, came. Sri Acharya Purandar, whom Lord Chaitanya addressed by calling out Father, happily came. So this is not Pundarik Vidyanidhi, this is Purandar. Him also Mahaprabhu called Father. Saintly Sri Raghav Pandit, in whose home Lord Chaitanya enjoyed confidential pastimes, came. Raghav Pandit and his sister Damayanti, they would cook. They were expert in cooking. In fact, Mahaprabhu said wherever, so there are 5 places where Mahaprabhu is always present. One is when Sachi Mata made her offering. Whenever she made an offering, Mahaprabhu would personally be there. Wherever Nityananda Prabhu is dancing, he will personally be there. He will be in Srivasangan personally, always. And then he will also be wherever Damayanti and Raghav Pandit are preparing foods for Mahaprabhu, he will be there. I think only 4 places. He's there in these 4 places. So Raghav Pandit. Saintly Sri and also in Raghav Pandit's home, Nityananda Prabhu stopped by on the way back from Jagannath Puri to Bengal. There was wonderful pastimes in his house. Uh, you know, from a lime tree, Damanaka flowers were coming like that. Murari, who was the lion of physicians and in whose body Lord Chaitanya secretly lived, came. Lion of physicians. So this is Murari Gupta. Sri Garuda Pandit happily came. When his name is chanted, snake poison cannot act. Saintly Gopinath Simha, whom Lord Chaitanya called Akrura, came. Accompanied by Narayan Pandit, Sri Ram Pandit, who was very dear to the Lord, came. So Narayan Pandit and Sri Ram Pandit came. Sri Damodar Pandit went to see Mother Sachi, Damodar Pandit, right, an associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Puri. He came to see Sachi. After seeing her, he quickly left for Jagannath Puri. Lord Chaitanya's devotees are numberless. How many of their names do I know? They all went to Jagannath Puri, the abode of spiritual bliss. After first bidding farewell to Mother Sachi, the lion that was Advaita Acharya left with the devotees for Jagannath Puri. Sachi Mata cannot go. So they all said goodbye to Sachi Mata and they went. Advaita Acharya especially, saying Hare Krishna to Sachi Mata, he went. They all brought gifts for Lord Chaitanya, things they knew pleased him. On every path they walked, they sang Sankirtan. They purified every path they travelled. Hearing the devotees' joyful chanting of Lord Hari's holy names, the residents of the 3 worlds became purified. Hearing the devotees' joyful chanting of Lord Hari's holy names, the residents of the 3 worlds became purified. Accompanied by their wives, children, men servants and maid servants, they happily went to see Lord Chaitanya, all these devotees. Every place they stayed became like Vaikuntha. Listen, listen, O my brothers, to this auspicious story, which Lord Anantasesh, the first of the demigods, personally sings. In this way, all these exalted souls happily came to Jagannath Puri. Seeing the temple flag at Kamalapur, they wept. Kamalapur, right? Close to Jagannath Puri. First you come to Kamalapur and then you proceed. So in Kamalapur you can see the flag and the chakra, or the flag you can see. Seeing the temple flag at Kamalapur, they wept. They fell to the ground to offer Dandavat obeisances. Knowing that the devotees had come, in his heart Lord Chaitanya desired to go ahead and greet them. Lord Advaita, who dearly loved Lord Chaitanya, sent a messenger ahead with a gift of Mahaprasadam. So Advaitacharya sent a messenger ahead to give a gift of Mahaprasad that uh, they brought from Navadvip. How wonderful was Advaita's love! It had no end. From the city of Katak, he sent the messenger with the prasadam. I was sleeping on the milk ocean. Then Nara shouted and broke my sleep. Mahaprabhu would say this. So the rest we will read tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.